Well, the NG93 is back on the channel, and believe me when I say we have a lot of work to do on this thing. And in today's video, we're going to tackle a couple of those items. If you missed my video kind of assessing the damage that was done on this car over the 3,000-mile road trip I took it on to Portland, check that out in the top corner because we did have a couple little issues. We're going to take care of one or two of those today, but I also have an exciting sort of modification we'll be doing with some NLA parts. NLA meaning no longer available parts. Can't believe I'm saying that for the NG93, but we'll be installing that in the car as well. First item we need to tackle are these exhaust tips and just the rear exhaust situation. On my way back from Portland, there were no exhaust clips included with the MapTune exhaust for the new hanger that was going on, since it's now dual exhaust. Unfortunately, that means the two rubber hangers kind of shook their way off at some point on Interstate 5 in California. And so as a result, my exhaust was hanging down. We had to kind of tie wire it up to get home. I removed the exhaust tips because it wasn't quite lined up. So I have a couple new exhaust hangers. Let's get that fixed. So I went to the Junkyard to get a couple of exhaust hangers because I didn't really want to wait to get them from Saab parts. And the Junkyard charged me just as much as Saab parts would have for new ones. It's crazy how much junkyards are now sort of price gouging for their used parts that they're just going to crush anyways. It's very infuriating. So unfortunately, the little clips that hold on the exhaust hangers normally do not fit onto the little MapTune bracket. It's just they're a lot thicker for some reason. Saab parts also doesn't have that specific little clip available as far as I can tell, and of course the Junkyard car did not have it available either. So I have a couple solutions I'm considering. One is just using a hose clamp, kind of like this, one on each side to hold the exhaust hanger on, prevent it from sliding off. That's probably going to be the cleanest solution. The other solution would be to reuse some of this, but that's gonna not look as nice. Well, slight problem. This is as tight as it'll go and it's still loose. I'm gonna have to find a smaller hose clamp. That should work. Make sure this is centered perfect and tighten down this clamp. Good to see both exhaust tips back on the car. I actually noticed that they were still not completely even, so I messed with this about an hour off camera, but now they are perfect and looking good. With our exhaust sorted, it's time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, AndMan. AndMan is a previous sponsor of the channel whose products I've been using for years on my car, and they recently rebranded and are offering some new jump starters. What I have here today are two of their new jump starters. For one, we just have our basic jump starter. This thing is nice, small, and compact. This can easily fit in your glove box or your trunk. I carry one of these in the trunk of all of my cars. You never know when you might need a jump start, and you might not necessarily have another car to help you out. At the top here is your charging input and then two outputs where you can charge a phone or whatever you might want to charge with this pack. It has a fantastic battery life, but of course the main reason you're probably going to be using it is to jump start your car. So you get this nice little jump attachment that you just hook up here. You plug it in, you can see the light is flashing. You attach it to the positive and negative terminals, and you can jump start the car. Extremely easy, and this lasts for quite a few jump starts. I have to use these on my 900 all the time. So if you're looking for something simple, I'd recommend checking out this. It's very affordable, and I actually have a 20% off code for this particular product. I'll put it in the description and on the screen here, as well as the product link for it on Amazon. But if you're looking for something a bit more complete, you could jump up to their jump starter with an air compressor. So this is kind of an all-in-one. You can see it's a much bigger product. It's actually not that much more expensive, and I have a 20% discount code for this one as well, but you can see similarly, we have our 1 input, 2 outputs, we have a flashlight, and then we have our port for our air compressor. We have a few different menu options here. Of course, we can follow the same method for hooking up our jump starter to the port in the side down here. Our air compressor kit comes with a variety of different options, so you can use it for car tires, or you could even use it for inflating a basketball or something like that. This just screws into the top here. I actually like the mechanism on this a lot more than the other portable jump starter I have, because it actually clips in, it doesn't screw on, because when you screw it on you tend to lose some air. This just simply clips on like that. It's going to prevent some air loss, and then you can simply set the PSI just by clicking these buttons and hit go, and it'll start inflating. I also have a 20% discount for this one in the description box, as well as a link. They are 2 different codes, so pay attention to which code you use for each product. But big thank you to Ant-Man for sending these out. Like I said, I've been using these jump starters, or older versions of these jump starters, on my cars for years. They have been fantastic and have never let me down. With that out of the way, we can tackle our modification for today's video. Oh, they're actually sitting right here. Yes, we are going to be installing some NLA Saab OEM all-weather floor mats in this car. I know, this might not sound like something exciting, but if you own an 03 to 07 9.3, these OEM floor mats are no longer available. The 08 and newer all-weather floor mats are still available, but 03 to 07 are not. And I've been looking for a set of these for years, because before SOC, I had been running these crappy kind of generic rubber floor mats that, as you can see, were beginning to come apart. So for the owners convention, I removed them, and we were just rocking the carpet mats, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with these. They're in fantastic condition, but I much prefer to have all-weather mats in my cars. They're a lot more durable. So I found a set used online, and they are in fantastic shape. Shows you how well they've held up over time. So we got to clean these up and then get them installed. I am so excited for these. I've been looking for a set for years. All I'm going to use to get these cleaned up is just some water and a little brush to agitate all the dirt and crud that's stuck in there. Living in Arizona in the summer does have some perks. I'm just gonna let these things sun dry or air dry, and you can see this one's been here less than 5 minutes and already mostly dry, so hopefully this won't take too long. These are of course very easy to remove if you haven't done it before. Just pull straight out. So the all-weather mats almost have little rubber teeth to not only help keep them in place, but then we have our 2 spots down at the bottom where they hook into as well. That is a nice tight fit. The rears do not have anything holding them in, they just kind of sit there. These ones also have the rubber teeth, which is nice because it will help them sit in place better. And you can also see, it actually tells you it's rear right hand, because the shape of them is pretty similar side to side. So it's nice to see that they differentiate the difference on the mat. Although one test fit will tell you which is the correct one, which isn't. It fits around the seat rails there pretty precisely. So that is a nice before and after. The carpet ones are great. I just worry about them getting ruined over time, especially my driver's one. So these are just going to be way more durable, but I'm going to do the 2 drivers mats next. Those mats are looking awesome. Those are going to be good for years to come, so super excited about that. Of course, they're used mats, so they're not 100% perfect, but pretty happy with how that looks. That's just about gonna wrap it up for today's video. I know not a ton happened, but I am so excited about those floor mats. Glad we finally got the exhaust fixed. I think I've driven this car once since being back from SOC, mainly waiting to figure out that exhaust issue. But now I'll probably daily drive it the next couple of weeks just to put some miles on it and give the Audi a break. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers. Big thank you to Anman for sponsoring this video. Again, their information will be linked at the top of the description. And I'll see y'all in the next one.